My name is Nicholas Almonor. I'm the chair of Park Recreation and Culture Committee. We are calling this meeting to order at 7:17. Before we proceed, we would like to get somebody, if any of you will take some notes, as many notes as you can, and let me know, we'll put it together for the minutes.
Is this being recorded?
Yes.
Yes, it is being recorded. Because all our meetings are recorded and on YouTube.
I need to transcribe, not take notes. It won't be big.
Transcribe,
Yeah.
What do you
Go
mean?
from the record. You know how we do on the telephone?
right.
You speak it and then it prints it.
Closed caption.
I do it with Major Owens. I just do a voice note.
Okay, oh, that's a good thing to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, without much further ado, I don't know anybody, everybody else wants to introduce themselves. I don't know, Bill, do you know everyone?
I'm not sure I know everyone. I see some familiar faces and friends.
Okay,
If you want to introduce yourselves, that's great. but-
let's do that, and then as soon as they finish, it's yours.
Hi, everyone. My name is Abigail Tim, and I'm the co-chair of Parks, Recreation, and Culture. Hi, Bill.
Whoa, up to you.
Yeah, I'm next. David Romeo, community resident.
Brenda Pagan.
Let's see it.
Yeah, you as well.
Lillian Swain.
Thanks.
And Courtenay Loisel. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so with this introduction being done, our second point of the agenda is presentation by WCSS Prospect Park Zoo. You have the floor.
You want me to share my screen? Is that okay?
Sure. Mhm.
All right, I have a little presentation for you. See if it works. So you're disabled by sharing.
Let's get, can you click on, and, click on the share, and, no, the arrow next to it. You got it? Click on this arrow next to the share.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's something next. Oh, down. Oh,
No, next to it, to your right.
those tools.
No, go back. You see the little carrot here?
Oh, it's closed. It's the little cups. What is this? Are they selling things now? Through the window.
It's a share, what other share? So,
24 service.
allow other to share, you put allow other, when other share, maintain
Who's at the meeting
themselves.
Wednesday? No,
This was
Tuesday.
the, AI.
Tuesday.
The minty. Oh, I'll do it. Let me see.
Well, how to put this? I wasn't there physically, but I saw it as.
Share, now the mind doesn't look like this.
And no one
Oh,
was
maybe we
supportive
need to come out of this
of having
Which one?
another
and then go back.
birthday.
Yeah, like, why you gonna keep them
Okay,
in the house?
what shares, what
17
shares?
or 19 already here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I didn't know that many.
And there are places that have one.
No, maybe it's,
Oh,
maybe
none.
she has
None.
on.
Yeah.
Cause the,
Okay,
was it
let's
Bay
ask-
Ridge, they fighting.
Yeah.
We
They
did
don't
our
have-
best to
they don't
figure
have
it out.
The problem I had is there's a very something.
Normally you would say, I'll let it.
You remember that conversation?
So we're gonna, no, I didn't hear that part. Maybe I was a few minutes late. So maybe, how would they know? Because they.
You want to share your screen?
This man.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
I gotta make him, yes.
So how would they know?
In my zone, it's,
That if you were to sit in your function, so you do run all of that. So you know exactly.
I didn't even know we had that many children. Me neither.
People like you.
I wonder what counts as a shelter.
you don't, you gotta make him a host.
We are my
Co-host, okay.
Let me see, no, let me know.
Says confirm, yes,
Let me know if you can do it now, because now that I have to make it.
Try now.
I was exercising in the morning, right, walking
Yeah.
past that shelter.
That's,
So
that's,
I
These
really
people are
wasn't for the she
stable, you know.
right, it's, it's
Like,
like,
yeah,
it's
it's
a permanent
well.
home.
Yeah.
So I
He
don't
said,
think that would be
I
a
told him
show.
to the car right behind her. I said,
How many
if
This
this
will work.
situation, you come in.
Yeah.
Right, cause I never knew.
Yeah.
There you go,
There we
working.
go.
Perfect, no problem, perfect. So, thank you.
Yeah.
How's that?
Perfect.
That's
It was good though.
Good, okay. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate the technical assistance, and I really appreciate you all letting me join on Zoom. I have a fifth or a sixth grader in the other room who's delighted that you've taken me away from making sure she's doing her homework. Thanks for all of us. As many of you know, my name is Bill Elliston. I'm the curator of education at the Prospect Park Zoo. And I'm really excited to join you. It's been, I don't know, a couple of years, I think, since I've been able to join you, so it's exciting to be back. Now I'm going to talk with you all a little bit today about the Prospect Park Zoo. Specifically, I'll focus on the education department because, you know, that's my wheelhouse. And so to start off, you know, to set some context for those of you who don't know, Prospect Park Zoo is part of the Wildlife Conservation Society. We're one of 5 different parks, including Central Park, Queens, the aquarium, and the Bronx Zoo. And we're situated on 12 acres just inside Prospect Park. We have a lot of different people and a lot of different departments working at the zoo to make sure everything's running smoothly. So there's animal department, operations and maintenance, security and admissions, business services, horticulture, and of course, education. The education department has about 8 year-round positions, 12 seasonal positions, depending on the season, and usually about 4 interns, like in a given year. And you can see our current team is there. We've been doing a PD just after visiting the Lefferts Historic House. That's from this winter. And we have some key objectives as an individual zoo, a neighborhood zoo, and as a larger, you know, group of WCS. And we're really focused on increasing scientific literacy, fostering communication, connection to wildlife and nature, empowering individuals to take action on behalf of wildlife, and providing access to STEM careers and STEM learning for, you know, for our community. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. I thought I'd set the stage with just some of our core audiences, right? Not surprising, schools are at the top of our list. We do a lot of work with schools. Youth, we define as, you know, those between the ages of 14 and 24. Of course, there are children and families, things like birthday parties and things like that. And then general zoo and aquarium visitors. So that's anybody who's just coming to visit for a day or an afternoon at the park. We'll start with school engagement. We have what we call our ecosystem. So that's essentially, we drew a circle that's 1 mile away from the Prospect Park Zoo, all the way around. In that ecosystem, there are 77 schools, and 34% of those schools have come to the zoo for a program. This was not this academic year, but the past academic year, so just after we came back from the flood. We have classroom programs, tours, scavenger hunts, and family and community days. This year we had a partnership with a series of schools that came with multiple classes in one go, so, you know, 6 or 8 classes at once, and then we had activities all around the zoo for them. So maybe a non-traditional idea of what a field trip or school program is. And then, you know, we had about 117 schools attending field trips, again, the last academic year. We expect that number to be up this year because we're back at full staff. We've been back for more than a year after the flooding that closed us for 9 months in 2023. And the education department was shut down for just over a year from doing programs. So we're happy to be back and have a full cycle back in the, you know, in the world again. We have partnerships and PDs, right, as part of our school programs. So There's the teacher professional development course. While we're a neighborhood zoo, because we're connected to WCS as a whole, we also have this connection to the professional development team that's run out of the Bronx Zoo. And they come and deliver programs at all of our sites, including Prospect Park Zoo. Those are for P credits for teachers. There are coaching sessions for teachers. There are partnerships with schools. We have a master's program in conjunction with Miami University of Ohio. We're excited to have that connection and be able to bring those resources into the community, which we might not have if we were, just Prospect Park Zoo. I also want to talk a little bit about partnerships. We have a partnership with the Maple Street School and a long-standing partnership with 429, the Caton School. That goes back to, I want to say, 2017. And we're really excited about those partnerships. We define partnerships as more than just a one-off program. So it has to be multiple field trips and or family days and or professional development. So some combination of all the different services that we offer combine together to make what we call a partnership, which doesn't mean there aren't other opportunities and examples of kind of cooperative engagement, but that's just so that you know the kind of nomenclature I'm using. We also have this Parkside Development Center as part of a STEM Starters program, and I'm going to talk about that here with this next slide. So STEM Starters started in 2024, and Prospect Park Zoo and the Queen Zoo were both going to be sites for this. The program is focused on 3K and pre-K STEM learning. So we get in and get, the teachers who may or may not have kind of as much comfortability around STEM education in the classroom as they could. We give them support. We have our educators going out to their classrooms, and those classrooms coming to the zoo for field trips, and we have family engagement. So we're just about to have our family day for Parkside in a couple of weeks. And then we also have hands-on science kits, which are full of natural objects and puppets and books and kinetic sand and things like that. We've really built out, this is now our third year doing it. It's the first year that Prospect Park Zoo is doing it, but our third year running this program. We also use that opportunity to research what we're doing and make sure it's effective. So some of the outcomes from these 3 years are measurable student gains based on Teaching Strategies Gold, where a lot of 3K and pre-K education centers that we have talked to use that standard, and students who are in this program show significant growth above their peers in control classrooms in science and technology milestones, including use of scientific inquiry skills and knowledge of physical properties and objects and materials. So we're very excited about this program, and we're trying to expand that. Now that we've done this a few years, we have a lot of the kinks worked out. This is an opportunity, we think, to expand that to not just our grant partner participants, but to other people in the community. So we can talk about that later as well. Youth, right, is another one of our target audiences. And again, these are youth that we consider somebody between 14 and 24. In 2018, WCS started this program, the education department specifically, as we were realizing that WCS is the largest youth employer in New York City in the summer. And we thought, surely we can be more intentional, right, and deliberate about how we're supporting those youth. So one of the things that we do is all of our interns are paid positions. We don't have any unpaid interns. And we've increased the number of youth moving through our departments and parks, right? And the idea is we might have, and I'll show you an example here in this next slide. This is Allison. Allison started off as a discovery guide a couple of years ago. That's just a teen volunteer. Then she became an intern as a discovery guide leader the following year as a paid position, and then was a CUNY intern just this last fall. We're very excited to see her kind of growing and her growth. But the lattice, what's great about it is it doesn't just track if someone stays in the education system. right? Allison might decide over the summer that she wants to work in retail shop, right, up at the Bronx Zoo. And so this lattice structure allows us to help support individuals maybe moving from education to business services or into operation and maintenance or into being a zookeeper. We've had a number of people who started off as volunteers and then go on to get some schooling and come back and worked as an intern in the animal department and have gone to another zoo and become a keeper in another zoo. So this is a really great way that we can work deliberately between all 5 parks and between all of our departments to support these young people in our community, to give them skills and resources in STEM education. We're also part of the SIGN network, right? So building on that idea, a few years ago, we decided we could partner with other cultural institutions, right? Mostly cultural institutions with STEM as their field, but you can see that our partners, and this allows us to not only track people and support people within WCS, but now we're talking about how do we support people going from Wave Hill to the New York Hall of Science to Staten Island Zoo, right? And moving now between cultural organizations. And here's just a little example. I'm going to highlight Christine Peralta, right? That's the second person here. She's the manager now of Prospect Park Zoo's education department. So she and I work together, and she started off at the Queens Botanical Gardens and went to the Museum of Natural History and the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens and the Queens Zoo, and then she actually got her master's degree through the AIP program, and just a couple years ago started working at the Prospect Park Zoo. And we're excited about having that support system because it allows all the institutions to support people across across all of us. And one of the things we've also noticed is it supports increased STEM literacy regardless of where someone works. And they may move out of the SIGN network, but somebody could be a lawyer or a plumber or something like that, but they have all of this experience that they've gotten through the SIGN network. And we're excited to make sure that we can support that. Another one of our key audiences is children and family programs. Not surprising, probably. We have all of the usual things, right? So we're excited to be back doing summer camps. We had about 650 summer campers last year. We're targeting about the same number this year. One of the things that I am very excited about is the school break camps. We've had a long-standing relationship with New York City Public Schools, and every spring break we run a camp with them where funding from the school system pays for a whole cohort of campers to come to Prospect Park Zoo Camp, and it's at a discounted rate as part of our partnership, and it's a great way that we can work with families who may or may not otherwise be able to come to the zoo. And it's also great to stay in touch with people in the school system. We of course have birthday parties and family and children's programs and things like that. And I do want to highlight our community engagement because we want to engage with people at the zoo, certainly, but we've also found, I think about 2022, right, when Marley and Sue Jen and I started coming to this meeting regularly, how the importance of maintaining a regular and predictable relationship with the entire community. And so now that we've been back for a little while, we have our feet under us again. We started working more with the Prospect Park Alliance, where last summer we supported free programming where families started at the boathouse for some programming and came over to the zoo and got some animal programming there. We ran like 8 weeks of that program. That was last summer. We are excited to hopefully come back again this spring for the Maple Street Community Garden. It's one of my staff's favorite things to do in the year. So we're very excited to come back to that. And we also maintained, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Bee Camp. That was a summer camp program run through the library. It was a partnership between 6 of us as cultural orgs in Central Brooklyn. They're not running that program anymore, but many of us have decided to kind of do to see how and explore how we can maintain those relationships. And we did a version of this last summer as a pilot, and we're going to do it this summer called Community Galleries, where the Prospect Park Zoo, for example, will put a small narrative gallery piece together. I think this year we're probably going to do metamorphosis, so butterflies and frogs and things like that. We have some objects from our collection that we loan out, and there's a little mobile gallery that was originally designed by the Brooklyn Children's Museum and are now housed at the library. And those gallery pieces that we put together go into public libraries around Brooklyn. This year, I believe we are going to be at Coney Island for, I want to say 4 weeks, and at Cortellium for 4 weeks. And there are other organizations doing the same thing. So that's exciting to be, a part of that, continue that relationship. And of course, our last key audience is the general zoo visitor, right? So we have, if you've ever come to the zoo and you've seen anyone like these two volunteers, these two discovery guides down here at a quest cart, they're activities that are led around the zoo that focus on different themes and different topics that are related to conservation and STEM learning. The quest carts specifically are led by our youth volunteers. We have 4 to 8 of them around the zoo. Depending on, the days are dependent on the season, but those are really fun, engaging opportunities to get these youth working with and educating our public and getting kids excited and families excited about some of the work that we do. We have general exhibit interpretation, so if you've come by and heard the sea lion narration during the training sessions, or seen some of the songs and puppetry performances, or even just seeing some of our staff or docents going around the, adult volunteers, right, moving around the zoo in front of different exhibits and engaging people that way. That's a huge component of what we do, and one of my priorities is making sure that while we meet revenue goals, that we're also making sure that we're giving a unique and exciting opportunity to every visitor that comes through the gates. Just so you have an idea of some of the engagement, last year we had 90 teens and 32 adult volunteers with over 1,100 hours and 166,000 interactions, which is not bad for our first year back from a devastating flood, I think. So what's next? We're looking to expand our school programs, right? Just to remind people that we're back and doing programs again. We're looking to expand this pre-K science learning, right? The STEM starters that I talked about earlier. And we're really being intentional and thoughtful about how do we expand our community connections in a way that is sustainable and makes sense to everyone involved, and supports the the mission of the organization. So we're looking for synergistic components and other partners. And those are the big kind of next steps for us at this point. So that's my basic presentation. I can stop sharing here so I can see you all a little bit better. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Go ahead, you have your hand up, go ahead, Brenda.
Okay, so are we gonna get a copy of this presentation?
Yeah, I can send this off. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, good. And then, what is AIP program?
Say again.
AIP.
AIP is the master's program that we run with, in conjunction with the Miami University of Ohio.
Okay.
I have a question, but one question, broken up into 2 parts, right? Okay, what is this, guys? Oh, I'm sorry. Back to you.
Thank you. Okay, expanding community connections, and also where you said that, I'm asking, how do you ensure that those schools that are most in need of the support of the STEM and the science and technology, et cetera, are actually coming through your programs, like the Title I schools, those that are most in need?
Yeah, so we have a couple of different things we try to do, right? Number one is, of course, we have discounts for Title I schools. Number two is in that ecosystem map that I showed you, we can look and see which are Title I schools and which are not. And we can target, if we have funding from like a city council member or through some other organization, we can target those schools specifically and reach out and invite them to come in or for us to go out and do outreach. And that's part of what I'm trying to do in this next year is, really identify in this kind of mile-wide circle who's coming, who's not, what are the barriers, of entry, and what can we do to help do that, either fundraising or council member connections or things like that. So that's that's where we are working on that. But those are the approaches that we currently have.
Okay, from your presentation, the statistics show that you have about 34% participation of the schools within that 1 mile radius, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What plans you have to increase that percentage? One. And two, and the second part of my question is, I noticed that your presentation stressed on the youth participation, right? Any plans to encourage adults, to partake with the zoo? Because I have been to the zoo several times, and personally, I think it's one of the best kept secrets in Brooklyn. It's a fantastic place.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy the zoo, but the thing about it is that the adults who come to the zoo normally come with the kids, right? I'm wondering if you have any plans to, motivate adults to come on their own, or even if they don't have kids, to enjoy, that experience.
Yeah, that's a great question. So for the youth component, we are continuing. I'm not in charge of all of the marketing and the kind of the drivers behind some of those programs, but we are always looking for opportunities for youth. For the adult component, I will say that since we've come back from the flood,
Right.
we've actually seen an increased number of adults, which is exciting. And we started this year, we just piloted 2 programs that were mocktails programs. They were from 4 o'clock to 5:30, I believe. And they were targeted specifically to people over 21. We're gonna do that again next year because we thought they were successful, and we got a number of people on, coming and, having some mocktails and playing some games and, learning about conservation and getting around the zoo. So I think it's I think you've identified, it's an audience that we have not targeted specifically as a group to engage with. And I think we're open to ideas, I think is what I'll say. I don't have a ton of ideas off the top of my head, but we're certainly open to that.
What I want to say, because what I was thinking about is if we can sit together and organize a CB9 day at the Prospect Park Zoo, where we'll invite
Sorry, I
the city.
can't quite hear you.
I'm saying if we would, I was thinking about, we organize a CB9 day at Prospect Park Zoo, where we bring the adult and the families and all the services, kind of an activity we can plan together, and we spread it out to the community. So that way we bring more of the community in there, both the adult and the or maybe a family day. I don't know if you guys have family, CB9 family day at Prospect Park, something like that. And I think that would do that, like David said, I've been to the zoo myself, especially with my granddaughter, over a while. So I think this would be a great idea for us to do many things, okay? So that's the suggestion I would like to make. I don't know, since you mostly deal with education, you could speak to the rest of the people in charge of the zoo to see, bring that idea for us, how we could work on it.
I would love to, yes. I think Denise is open to a lot of ideas like that, so I can take that back, absolutely.
So you're open to ideas, so where outside of,
Sorry, Brenda, you're cutting in.
where outside are you getting your ideas from? Do you have some kind of board or a group of people who are coming with ideas to share with you? Or maybe you could start that.
That's exactly, I'm happy you brought it up. Yes, it's on my goals list for this year, for this
Okay.
next fiscal, right? So starting in July, is to start, we had for a long time a teacher advisory council, which was great, and they helped us develop a number of programs. What Christine and I have thought this year is, what we need to do is get a community advisory council. And I think, you know, I would be coming back to you all, as well as, you know, some of our community partners, and some of our organizational partners, to see how could we, you know, how do we bring in some outside voices to come up with some of these ideas? And so it's on our agenda for this year, actually. I'm happy you brought that up.
I don't know if it's really a question, it's more of a comment. So, I dropped my daughter off to school and she told me that her friend's mother attended the last school trip. So I was kind of pressured to go into Prospect Park Zoo with her class, but it was amazing. I actually missed the school bus because I had to go home and send out some emails, but I walked over and it was a mix. You had elementary school, I think you had junior high school, or maybe just older children, maybe elementary school, but they were maybe fifth graders. But I really loved how even the older children allowed space for the younger ones to see and to really touch and to read. So I think it's a great program that you run over there. We saw a peacock.
Freely walk around.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for them, imagine a 4-year-old, it's like we only see this on TV, like, Mommy, did you see? And I told her, yes, I did see, but it was amazing.
Come to my door, you see all of it.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you for
We got
sharing that.
that, we got duck, we got the east, we got
To speak to, I'm not sure that I answered the question about, you know, our ecosystem and of those 34%. A lot of those 34% are for younger schools, right, elementary schools, mostly. Pre-K is very difficult to move around. I don't know if you are familiar or not, but it's hard to get, you know, children under a certain weight in a bus these days, right? Back in 2018, 17, it was no big deal. You just threw them on a bus and there's no problem. Now there are car seats involved and things like that. It's a real challenge. And so we don't have some of those really younger visitors as regularly. And the older visitors, middle school, high school especially, the information that I have from a lot of the teachers is that it's hard for them to take a full day or even half a day because of the way the classes are set up in a school. That said, we did introduce this year a guided tour around our changing climate. And we tell stories about some of the things that WCS has done around saving sea lions and how, you know, our area in Brooklyn has gone through some flooding and how those are connected to changes in the climate, and, you know, what are actions that, you know, we can take. And so we try to give the teacher and the class, you know, a little, you know, some information to take back with them to the class, and maybe a little challenge of like what are things that they might be able to implement and do. So that's one thing that we started to do, to try and get slightly older, well, the slightly older audiences to the Zoom, at least as far as school kids go. But we're always trying to figure out what that hook is for them.
The hook is you have to give interdisciplinary stuff, because it is extremely difficult to spend 4 hours taking a field trip, and I've done it, but what perhaps some of the teaching staff are not aware of is how do you connect that to every other subject that they are working on at the time. That needs to be done, or else it's not worth their while to spend half a day traveling to and from, because you can't leave the building until 9:30 in the morning. And then it's a whole ordeal to try to get students out of the building on a trip. But if you give the teachers, the schools, an interdisciplinary approach so that they can take what they're learning at the Wildlife Conservation Society and use it for math, for science, for social studies, for the reading, for the literacy. It has to connect with everything, and they have to be shown how it connects with other things, because then the whole day can be spent there.
That's a great idea, thank you, Renee. I love that.
I have a
Yeah.
question / comment. I know you guys have a partnership with the parks, NYC Parks.
Also Power Line stuff.
Yeah, because my son actually attends the summer program. He attended the St. John's location, and this summer he'll be attending Shirley Chisholm Center. The reason I'm bringing it up because they did a lot of trips to the zoos actually, and one of the trips, I thought it was cool that because they were there longer, they had lunch there. They had like a lunch break thing, and I as many times I've been in the zoo, I enjoyed the zoo as well. I didn't know that eating was something that was allowed. Is that a new thing that's just for certain programs, or is that something that's as a new attraction to bring programs to the zoo? Because that wasn't there before. I know that eating,
I've always
outside
had something to
Yeah, I'm not sure specifically which program it is.
city school, the city parks, New York City Parks, St. John Center, and like the what's the other one? What's the Manhattan?
Probably Parks and Rec Department, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not specifically Prospect Park Zoo.
But I know they attended Prospect Park Zoo at least 3 times over the summer.
You can always.
Oh my gosh,
you
that's
can always
amazing.
eat.
Yeah.
They do not do it through us. They do it through the education department. So I don't know how they're doing it, but that's fantastic. My daughter goes to a school that every month they do, it's not a field trip, what's it called?
Charter school? Is it a charter
It's
school?
she goes to Bugs, it's a charter school.
Yeah, charter school did that too, my kids.
Yeah, but they don't call it a field trip, they call it something else. And she dislikes them because they're not field trips, because they have to work and learn on them.
Right.
Yeah.
They do that every month, so that's great. I'm happy to hear that people are coming to the zoo and utilizing it, even if I don't know them. That's fantastic.
But my question also is, are you open to that incentive of bringing food from other vendors into the place? Or is that still a no zone, not allowed thing? Because I think that will be an attraction for adults.
Yeah, I love that idea. I am not, but it's a business services question. So I have to go through, and I'm happy to connect you with, with that team who does all the food at the cafe and things like that. I will say anybody can bring in whatever food they want with them, but to sell food and things like that is, a different profession than what I can speak to.
Yeah, that's what I mean, selling food, because I'll be bringing in my Subways every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
But,
Food.
to be able to have a local favorite in there already would be an adult attraction.
Okay.
I like that, but
Well, once
RFP,
in
get
a
an
while.
RFP, and put it out to the community, that would work.
Or maybe, don't forget, you're competing against what they already have at the zoo.
Right.
Well, their
Yes.
cafe is at that, yes.
I don't think I remember the cafe, what did
It's
they
a
say?
cafe, it's a thing to brag about.
Oh, that's, all right.
Any more questions?
No, thank you, Bill.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, I really appreciate it.
All right, so hopefully we'll work on those ideas and
Bill, I have
see
to come to the zoo.
how we
Oh, it's
collaborate.
nice.
So, like I said, CB9 will have an activity which is sponsored both by WCS and CB9.
Sit down.
Yes, let's be in touch about that.
So,
I will be in
like,
touch.
I think you do have used the zoo for events since you do birthday parties.
Yes.
You do have events for adults at the zoo like you have for the birthday parties. Okay?
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
How often are there events from what?
I have to come to the zoo, Bill. I haven't been in a long time.
Oh my gosh,
Go
drop me a
ahead.
line, you know?
What
Yeah, drop me a
season,
line. You're obviously welcome to come in, I'll give you some barn food.
one more question from me, what season is your most, popular for events? I know a majority of your events in the zoo are, during the spring, summer. So is that like a, something that we should consider and plan ahead, like in now for next year? Because I know that it's really popular there during the summertime.
Yeah, depending on the type of event that we're talking about, the summer is the hardest for us to do because there's no events staff per se at the zoo. It's really the education staff coming in and the operations and maintenance staff, help pitching in a little bit more. So it's not like the Bronx Zoo or the Botanic Gardens where there's a whole team of people that are just dedicated to events.
Right.
So probably the better time is the off season. I would say October, November is probably good, or, March, April is probably good, depending on what you want to do. But those are certainly the less busy times. And I don't know, depending on what the winter weather is like, right? Sometimes we have beautiful days in, January and February. A lot of people don't think to come to the zoo then because they think it's all outside, but there's lots of indoor areas too.
Right. Good to know.
All right, well, thank you all again.
So thank you,
so
Bill,
much.
once
Thank you,
again.
Thank you, Bill.
One last thing, we're having a community resource fair on June 6th.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be indoors at School for the Deaf. If possible, you could come and do some tabling, that would be much appreciated. If you can put it together, contact the CB9 office and register.
all right, thank you so much. I will definitely do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Bill.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright, let's see,
June 6th is the resource?
June 6th, right?
Did you see my email this morning?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Because I sent you an email this morning to remind him that tonight is here.
Let me see, I'm gonna try to join this Zoom and go by the
Street Community Garden,
and
because I see he got Maker Street Community Garden up there in his files there. But that was 2024 that came.
let's see, let me try to see if I can project myself on the screen.
Especially since you're
You want me to do the roll call in the meantime?
Yeah, you could do the roll call, so
Okay.
put it in there,
So
so,
June 6th is
it's the community resource
at
fair,
the School of the Deaf.
School of the Deaf, okay.
Saturday, June 6th.
Saturday, June
What
6th.
time?
And that's also, this is the day that Maple Street Garden opening activity.
Say it again?
I mean, I thought I was gonna be away, but I'm gonna be around. All my trip that I told you before have been canceled. So,
Sorry for you.
yeah.
So
Well, I was
June 6th is
supposed to
open
be,
day, right?
this week I was supposed to be
Open
in
Guard
London.
Day, it's not the opening day.
Okay.
We've been having events since April, so. but It's the official.
And
Open
Gloria
Guard Day.
is having her community garden in July where she does something for the seniors. So I was hoping for her to give us a lot more on that.
I thought she was on there.
I was hoping, but she didn't join because she said she was finishing a Zoom meeting. I said, join that one. All right.
Do the roll call?
Yeah, go ahead and do the
Okay.
roll call. So let's go into the roll call.
Mike Alexander,
Okay, NC not present, absent.
Gloria Briggs,
Okay, absent.
Courtney. Here. Brenda,
I'm here
Shamari,
by force.
David,
Yeah.
Yoni. We've never seen Yoni. Lillian, Abigail, here, and Nicholas.
Right,
So we have 6.
okay.
And Billy, right.
Ooh, Billy, yes.
We had Billy also.
That was the role.
Yes, she didn't put her on the list. All right, I was trying to get let's see if I can join this Zoom so I could share my screen, some of the other stuff. It's taking so long. Oh, there we go. Let's see.
I'm looking for water, my head is.
Yeah,
I
you
brought
made me
mine.
think maybe I should be drinking some water.
That is something we need here.
No, they have, I can see
Where
it.
is it?
But I think Billy said it was locked, it was on the ledge.
Which one were you
Oh,
talking
I
about?
see it.
Oh, the water? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually have them on the
Thank you,
left.
Billy.
Alright, what's next on the agenda?
Approval of minutes.
Alright. Did everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
Nope.
From last,
Yeah, they are.
I was
They-
absent from the meeting, so why should I?
You were not absent for the meeting. I mean, you were, you could not vote. Because what we do-
Absent, so how can I
The, the
vote on this?
notation would be, well, I think what we put in the minutes, if you're on Zoom or virtually, we just you attending virtually. There's an acknowledgement of you being there.
I should be there.
Yeah, he should be there.
Thank you.
I don't appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone who was present, can we look over? I approve.
Second.
There you go, approval of minutes. Okay, public commentary.
Do we have any public commentary?
No, we all private here, this is our.
We talk about that attendance thing, so we can do the motion for that.
It's private.
Okay, let's talk about the town hall on, what day was that?
I think, wasn't it
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday evening, CB9.
Well, I was,
Town Hall.
unfortunately, I could not attend it. I had attended that first meeting at the church. Could you give us an idea what happened?
It was, you know, there are some things that you cannot explain, like why the doors are locked when you're having a public meeting. That's number one. Why were the doors locked? Why wasn't at least one door of the 4 or
Open.
more in the front of the school?
Usually, there's always one open.
Yes, usually there is, but not Tuesday night.
Okay.
Not one of those doors was unlocked. So when people came to the door, you had to stand there and and look through the window
Right.
and hope that one of the police
When
officers
the
or
civil will
other
come out.
persons would come, or that someone was coming out. That's number one most ridiculous item. But it was very well attended.
Yes, 400 people from what I read.
400?
I
MTOP.
don't know how many people.
MTOP says 400 people from.
I didn't count.
M-top?
M-Top.
I mean, it was full. It was a lot. I mean, it wasn't jam packed, but it was full.
Well, a lot of
Front to
people
the
were
back.
standing in the back,
Not
and
just
they were
standing.
not sitting in the seats, so they were standing in the back.
I was
But
in the back.
those
There
seats were
people-
covered. I was all around the place. So it was well attended. We got so much more information from community residents. We got very little information from Project Renewal and the city folks who were up at the table on the stage. So it was really, I'm going to say it was very disconcerting
Right.
that they could sit there and not answer so many questions that would seem commonplace. Like, when did you contract with this hotel? We don't know.
Now they don't know.
You represent the city of New York?
And you
sitting
don't
there
know?
And you don't know? But you have a contract, right? Well, yes, there is a contract, but we don't know the date.
They don't wanna share.
When are you opening the shelter? We don't know yet. We don't like to give dates because, you know, things could change.
They sent a letter to the community board said June 1st.
But
Yeah.
they sat on the stage and said they didn't know. They didn't have a date and they don't like to give dates.
Well, you
because
said
things
400
could
people were
change.
there. I don't think they wanted to say the wrong thing. 400 people came out.
Whatever. Truth and honesty, they're very helpful. But it wasn't present then, so there was a lot of information about how much money the people on the stage are making. There was a lot of information from the community members, not from them, about how much it would cost to house these men here. Crystal was there.
She was
And
there.
so,
Yeah.
and trying to encourage people that it's okay, the kids have seen homeless people before, so it's not a big deal. Don't make me go over it, I recorded the whole thing.
Sure.
But all of these things, the issue, I find from everyone that I spoke to, which was a lot of people moving all around the room, is not whether or not the city needs a homeless shelter. The issue is where the city wants to put the shelter. It does not need to be in a neighborhood, in a community that is already oversaturated with shelters and other facilities of any kind. It does not need to be put in this community before their fairness assessment has been completed. Before you've done any environmental studies of any kind, you have already made the decision, you have already contracted with the hotel to use them. There are other communities that have few or no shelters.
Like Greenpoint.
So it is not fair to continue to overburden one community. Lovely Rita Joseph spoke and she articulated very well what the sentiments are that she understood and respected from everyone because there was no community involvement. How is it that the council members from all the districts, no one knew that this was happening? How is it that the police who are down the street from this proposed shelter had no idea it was going to be there? How is it that only the 17th of April, is it when this office was
When we see the
notified?
letter.
What's the location of the shelter?
The Ramada.
Ramada, you know,
And Empire.
Empire close to Bedford.
Oh, yes, I knew
So,
this. This is not.
Anyway, the hotel has only been there for a year. So when did you start contract talks with the hotel?
Right, if it's only been there a year.
So I.
So I was
There you
I
have
attended as well. So one, I knew about it being and turning into a shelter. I thought it was just talk though, and it's been months for that talk. When the Ramada first opened, before it opened, I remember meeting one of the reps came to one of the committee meetings and was discussing the opening of the Ramada, and there was this whole conversation about promoting businesses in the community and being able to provide hospitality in the community and all this jazz and whatever. So to see a year later, they're all of a sudden conveniently available to turn it into a shelter, a men's shelter.
So it had to be less than a year
It
later.
had to be like that. It had to be. So I feel they should have had someone from Ramada on that stage.
There was nobody
explaining-
from Ramada.
There was nobody there from Ramada that
Oh.
explaining how within 1 year you already turned your focus, your focal point from the community
From hospitality.
from hospitality to the
shelter.
direction it's going. And why was that a consideration when there is a women's children's shelter literally 2 corners and a half
No.
away from this
Yeah.
so-called men's shelter?
It's not 2 corners. It's actually the next corner.
Where's it at?
It's not 2 corners. It's, remember Sullivan?
Oh, you
That-
talking, well, listen,
You're
Bedford.
talking about Crown and Rogers?
Crown and Rogers.
listen.
Yeah.
Right? At the corner of Rogers and Empire,
Mm-hmm.
That
there,
building?
there is a downstate building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Above that is a shelter.
No,
So that's
that
even
new
closer.
development,
Right, yeah,
that new construction.
Yeah, that new building.
That's a shelter.
That's a shelter, that's a,
Hold
domestic
on.
violence shelter.
Hold on, that's a
That's
shelter.
what I'm saying.
Hold on, that's a shelter,
But it's
right?
not
Just,
filled.
just yesterday,
Not vacancies.
just yesterday I came off the bus, right? I live on that block, not too far from it, right? And I stood up on the corner, right?
Are you telling me
Waited
the
to
city doesn't
cross.
know about it?
They do.
Right,
Of course.
waiting to cross, right? Now, I'm looking at that one shelter here, right in front of me, and not even a block away,
You can see the Ramada.
right? I could see the remote, not even a block away,
That's within the same block.
right? It's
Yeah.
within the same block.
Yeah,
So,
within the same block. It's
right,
next to
so
the
between-
adult,
so between Empire and Rogers and Empire and Bedford, there are two shelters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Wait a minute, y'all, there's one on Bedford and Sterling.
Yeah,
There's and there's 7 coming to
Bedford
Crown
and
Heights,
Sterling.
Winthrop, between Albany
The
and
Vine Grove
Utica.
Brooklyn?
That development that they're doing, 7 shelters will be there. They already have plans. That stretch, the stretch between Winthrop,
Nicholas.
between
Nicholas.
Albany and
Nicholas.
Utica. 7 are coming there. They already
So,
started to
This is
excavate.
the new project.
So back to my question for Romano Rep that should have been in this town hall is I know that there is stipulations on opening men's shelters within proximity of women children's shelters. There's a whole, seriously, it's a
No, look at
It's all
the,
serious.
look
But
at
they're not.
Woodruff. Woodruff, you
They
have 2 on the
clear-
same block.
It's not involved avoided, particularly in this situation. So how was that allowed? It
Right.
wasn't, it was
Because if you have a
already.
domestic violence shelter at
It's
the
right. It was
at
already
one
done.
corner,
It
that
was
men's
already
shelter
decided
don't
on.
fulfill, but again, they break their
Woodruff
own
has
rules.
2. They have a woman and children's shelter and a men's shelter on that same block.
And they don't supposed to.
Because I didn't know, I thought it was a family shelter, so I packed some clothes for men and children and moms. And when I told them, you know what, I wasn't sure, I divided them in men's and then, women's and children. They said the men's shelter is down the block. I was like, I didn't know, I thought everybody was housed here. They said no, but I literally walked down the block
You want
of
the
2
camera?
houses.
You
So
want the camera?
Woodruff between Flatbush
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Ocean. There's 2 shelters there on that block.
I'm not surprised that
Isn't that
this,
interesting?
So
Let me-
whatever, and this has been there, I'm sorry, David, this has been for years, they told me.
let me just say this, right?
It was very,
You know,
she don't care.
But now, the thing I wanna say,
She don't care.
when I read the
Wait, Nicholas,
MTOP.
I think David was trying to
They're
finish his
finished?
thought.
Oh, okay,
no,
sorry.
no, the thing for me, right, is the level of disrespect,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because this is not the first time. The last time when they was opening that shelter, right, when they was opening that shelter, right, the shelter behind McDermott's, right?
Corner?
The one right now, behind McDermott's, right behind McDermott's here,
Okay,
on the corner of Crown
Yeah,
and Rogers,
okay.
there's a
Building,
shelter,
Okay.
right? They had a meeting right here at
Okay.
the school, PS
We
167.
have the QR.
Right, so I went to that meeting. By the time I walked in the door, before I could sit,
Yeah, I
the
need
people on the stage were saying, it's a done deal.
Dang.
Yeah,
this,
this is,
there
you
is
know,
no such thing
right, and
in real life, a done deal.
that's what they were
That is
saying,
what
right?
they will tell
Right,
us,
right,
and if
right.
we walk
So
away,
then
that's, then it's done.
Right. No, but my question is, right, the issue I have, right, is, look, we have people who supposedly represent us in our community, right? They're bringing in shelters in the community and they have no idea that this is happening in the community,
And then they go right along with it.
right?
Yep.
And you know, and by the time they bring it to us, you know what I mean, it's already far gone, we fighting from behind
Yeah,
to stop this from happening,
yeah,
right? It's over and over again,
yeah.
right? So to me, that is the level of disrespect. Now, what I noticed last night or Tuesday night is besides the disrespect, they're adding insults now. Yeah, because no, I'm not trying to, because they're coming and telling you,
Yeah.
right, that your community is not saturated
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
right? So besides being disrespectful to
None.
the people living in the
But
community,
yours has to
they're
have more
insulting
saturated.
us.
Yeah.
Bensonhurst is
But they're
fighting.
closing shelters in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So
But
obviously,
Because there's
That's
space
why
in
they put
Brooklyn.
it here.
no, go back.
No,
No, well, they can't go
they,
back.
they,
What they are doing,
they closed the main shelter at 30th
they have closed Bellevue.
Bellevue shelter.
Actually, I used to work right next to Bellevue on First Avenue.
Right, they put them here. That's what they do.
So, because they didn't take care of that shelter for years, because that's a shelter that was used to be where the morgue used to be.
Right.
I used to work in a building right next to there.
30th Street.
30th Street. I'm
First
talking
Avenue.
about 20 years ago, since that shelter opened.
It was more than 20.
So they let that shelter deteriorate to a point that it cannot be used, because this is the place, anybody that's coming from Wyckoff, this is where they sit.
Good, right.
This is
process.
dangerous. This is dangerous.
So then you get discharged there from Wyckoff, they sent you right there for processing and there. So they let that situation deteriorate so much that they cannot keep people in there, so they have to close it. Because the idea, and then they're spreading it out. But the problem is not to have the shelter, like Brenda said, is the disrespect
To the
and
community.
the fact you don't talk to the community. I read the MTOP report. It seems this was a bait and switch situation.
Yes, it was.
That's the point, because
No way could it be
Ramada
anything else.
building, all the rooms, 2 twin beds, and a desk.
They have to fill
2
out
twin bed and a desk.
job
like-
applications.
So which means you
On
have
paper.
already planned
Exactly.
to be a shelter.
Exactly. And a
And they are
bathroom.
saying, these guys
There's
that
no
are,
suites in there.
there's
No suites in that.
there's no
Ramada.
cafeteria,
So, no cafeteria.
there's nothing.
It was intentional. It was intentional. They
It
did
was
that from
intentional.
jump.
But they are saying,
You see, follow the money, and the money will tell you exactly who the
Yeah.
players are.
Yeah.
But what I remember is about, so this has to be almost 20 years ago. I was walking from Winthrop and 51st to Winthrop and Bedford, and I noticed this man was walking behind me. It was late. I went by my cousin's house, and it was a nice summer day. So I stopped walking. I turned on East 45th, and I allowed him to pass me. And then he started slowing down. So I walked past him. And I kept walking past him, and then I saw that he was still following me. And when I turned around, his pants was already down. And I didn't know at the time that a men's shelter was there, but when I told my family
They're
the
not allowed
following,
to do background checks.
well, I don't know, but I told that man, only one of us will leave this block alive. Play with me.
Hello.
Yeah, he pulled up his pants, but it was, I don't know why I wasn't scared, because I knew that I was going home to my babies. So
Exactly.
if anything went down, they would have been calling the cops for me, because something would have happened to that man.
Amen.
But the audacity to not even tell us, I didn't know there was a men's shelter there. I think Albany and Winthrop is where the men's shelter is. I didn't know. So when I told my family, it was like, yeah.
My comment,
I'm sorry.
okay. The emotions aside, respect, disrespect, or no matter. Facts. We're oversaturated. You can look at the numbers easily. Yes, they may need a place to stay, but it doesn't need to be there. It needs to be somewhere where it is not already oversaturated.
yeah, that's the point.
Take it to another area, take it to all the vacancies in Manhattan. There've been vacancies for a long
Staten Island.
time.
They was out there fighting too.
That's it.
Yeah.
But you
But
know,
however, it really doesn't matter how much we fight or don't fight. The numbers say, look, this community already has 16 shelters. This community has 1. So where do we put the next one? This
And the
isn't
one that has
rocket
one.
science. This
Right.
isn't rocket science.
but you know, if you look at, and this is always my test area, between Nostrand Avenue and Rogers Avenue, from Empire Boulevard to Eastern Parkway, right? And if you want to be crazy enough, right, take it down to Atlantic Avenue, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? There are, I would say, and this is my, conservative estimation, there are at least 25 to 30 shelters. And some of these shelters is not big buildings.
Right.
It's like
Because
private
you're in
houses.
house- Yes.
It's private houses where
Yes.
they have the steel
Yes.
gates, you know, places for the people who run the shelters to park.
Right.
You could drive in and stuff, but there is a shelter, so there's some kind of business transaction
There is.
going on, you know what I mean, to have these shelters, but it's amazing. And these shelters can be here so quietly, you know what I mean, you don't know, you know what I mean, unless you are snoop or you're investigating or something
Right.
happened,
Right.
like in your situation,
They
something
quietly
happened.
made
They
into
quietly
shelters.
put in
Yeah.
these shelters in the neighborhood. But what upsets me is that you're supposed to be representing this community. How come you don't know?
Right.
Right?
And if,
I don't
when you
think they
do
don't
know,
know.
why
They know.
aren't you indignant about
Y'all
it?
remember Mount Prospect
You know?
Park?
Right.
Mount Prospect Park didn't just come about. This was in the works. This was before Crystal Hudson. Well, I think it went back to Lori Combo. So I don't know, and you know what I'm learning? I'm really not political, but
Yes.
somehow I just get in the
You're
midst
not.
of
Oh, no,
it.
you cannot
Me
be,
neither.
you gotta be, I'm trying to share my.
We
agenda
know,
in this
Nicholas,
week.
you always trying to share?
No, she tried to fix it for me,
with
but,
the-
let me get back to it. Alright, so, you guys have the agenda, right? But there was other stuff I wanted, this is not working the way it should, because there was some stuff I wanted to.
The next,
Okay, so now, go ahead. I wanted
Oh.
to, do we have those reports?
yes.
Anybody reporting?
I have, so Major Owens sent out applications for the advisory committee. I would love for everyone to apply for the advisory committee. Yes, Billy, go
I
ahead.
sent
Go
out
ahead, Billy.
applications where?
I
To
said,
who?
I actually personally sent it to Dante, he put it in the newsletter. Yes,
And
So
the
I
Friday,
think
the
you
Friday
also-
e-blast?
I think you also posted it somewhere. I was looking for it because I am interested in trying.
yeah, everybody need to join.
Because I got usually I did get an email last year when it came out.
Wednesday
So,
meeting. I got a message
The
from
me-
you. I just can't remember where you sent it.
I don't remember either, but it's okay, I'll send it again, or try to send it again.
Because I
Well,
was talking to my
let's do
committee
that,
members about
since we have a WhatsApp group, put it in the WhatsApp group. Everybody that's sitting here will receive it.
And I know it came from you because I mentioned it to my other committee members for
And they got
another
it?
committee. No, we were talking about it. We were talking about
Okay.
it. And I
So
know-
put it in the WhatsApp group, then everybody will have it. So, we'll do
I
that.
think it was on link.
Anybody else,
Brooklyn Botanic Gardens will come to next month's meeting
alright, so okay, so you,
in person.
okay.
I CC'd you all on everything.
I know you do,
So-
you do, so that's done. Now, with that, I have nothing to say, you keep me on the loop all the time, you do that, yes. So, I'll make sure at the next meeting in June,
Okay.
they'll be the one presenting. And then the same request
Yeah,
is,
he's
we'll
supposed to
do
be
that.
coming here.
Here, yes. But also, I think, as we approach of this institution, if you could see, they should try to give us a day for seminar. Same way like we did,
Yeah, I like
beautiful
that idea that
Yes.
you shared
But yes.
with Bill.
right.
I would love to see
Yeah.
something like that.
That would be good.
This is
Like
the
maybe
same,
I'll send a note
Send a note
out
to her.
to BBG. It's Mike Shaw,
right,
BBG.
that's the new guy, I know he came only here, he
He
came
came
once.
2 years ago,
Right,
when
oh.
he first got the job.
Okay, oh, it's been 2 years already?
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
last year, but we didn't see him all last year.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Ah, so it's time for him to be there. Now, to be here. Because, now, what's the next one? We call it BBG,
Major Owens.
Major Owens, anything from, you want to put for PPA? You want to say anything about Prospect Park Alliance?
Oh, they had a whole bunch of events. I don't have it in front of me,
Mhm.
but
Do they have another meeting?
no.
No, they haven't had
But they
a
have a
quarterly
bunch of
meeting.
things coming up.
There's a
and
lot of stuff coming up.
I know they'll be in the E-Blast.
So let me ask you guys, is anybody else here members of Prospect Park Alliance? You know
I
their
told
mailing
them I
list?
was gonna,
This year.
Okay.
find out from you guys and start attending, I did say that to you guys.
All right, because you will get the email if you are part of the Prospect Park Alliance. So is this something you plan to be back in this committee next year, or you want to continue that same with Prospect Park Alliance? Okay. All right, but I'm also part of Park Alliance. I just want to say a couple of words about the biannual conference.
Okay.
It was a successful event by all means. The only unsuccessful part of it was our part.
How so?
We were supposed to be doing a workshop. My brother went out the day before. So I was back and forth between the conference and all that. And you can imagine the pressure. When we tried to do our presentation, we had a lot of technical difficulty. We couldn't get it done. My son and I did a lot of work, and we did maps for every community board to show the area where the parks are, or community garden. I have not shared it. I told them I will send it to them. What I'm thinking of doing, because the way this was planned, the people from Prospect Park Alliance and the people from Partnership for Parks, they are the ones driving it, not so much as the community board stuff, even though the idea came from us. So what I'm hoping for next year is to do something specifically for the community boards. The very first Tuesday of every month, there's the borough board meeting at Borough Hall. What I'm hoping to do an hour before that borough, one of the month, is since everybody's coming there anyway, we will have our presentation. So we could have an annual gathering of all the park recreation committee for the borough before one of those. We gotta pick out which month we wanna do it. Now, what's complicating things a little bit, Reynoso most likely is gonna replace Nydia Velasquez, which means we're probably gonna have a new borough president.
Crystal's not running?
I think that's one person we think that might be running. And you don't think she wants to do that?
Yes,
I don't
she
think
know
she
what she
should.
wants to
Oh,
do.
I think she wants,
She's running.
She wants to,
Yeah.
Will
yeah.
she win? But she's running.
What if she's gonna win? That's a different
That's
story.
a different
Story,
story. She's
but
running.
yeah, they've been
so
saying
who would
that.
replace her as council member?
Well, she's term limited anyway.
Okay, but somebody has to replace her.
When that term is finished, not this year, I think next year.
Her term.
Battery's running low.
Her term.
Which one?
Yours.
You might wanna
Wait, Crystal's
budget
term
your
is running-
PC.
What you
Next
say?
year.
Oh,
I think that's next year.
Goodbye.
She's
Maybe
a
the
year
plug
ahead
is
of
disconnected.
Bedford.
oh, this building, this one. No, she didn't plug it in.
She's running though.
Yeah, I did hear about her
Me
running
too.
for president. Who's running against her?
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was, for, I know Dion Ashman ran for council member against Crystal Hudson.
Maybe he'll run for that again, once he's going to.
I think,
He was there at the town.
Dion Ashman.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Good
Good
night.
night.
He's interesting.
Yeah, he works in,
okay, I use mine, okay, I brought.
council member Zimmerman's office.
Alright,
But he's also on,
yeah, he's also part of the safety committee.
safety, okay.
Okay, so,
So what's up?
that's the, this is also getting into what we are hoping to do this meeting and next meeting. Now, I was hoping to get MC Alexander to really make the connection with the Brooklyn Museum since Naima left.
Is
We
it
have lot-
MC Alexander?
MC Alexander.
Oh my goodness, I've been calling him Mac Alexander and he just did not correct me. I'm so sorry.
MC Alexander. And
Oh,
plus his last name.
oh, I'm so sorry.
So I want to try to reach out with him because the galleries over there were having some problem where they lost their location at the Brooklyn Commons. So that's the problem. So I will speak to him and find out. Nonetheless, if people that are involved in, we got to try to get somebody who's really keep good contact with the Brooklyn Museum. I don't know if there are any other cultural institution that we should connect with?
We reached out to the Brooklyn Children's Museum. They told us we can have any event we want there,
Mhm.
as long as we cover like they wouldn't charge us, but cover maybe the cleanup expense
Right.
or yeah.
Well, actually, right now, there's an event going on right now at the Brooklyn Children's Museum.
Is
But
it
they are-
right now?
Right now, the Haitian heritage that
Oh, yeah.
that's going there. But what we may want to thank, let's have them come and do a presentation here.
For the Brooklyn Museum?
I
Brooklyn
tried
Children's
that. I've been
Museum.
trying for 2 years.
And they still won't come?
I just think it's a Tiba and it's so much on his plate. Or maybe he would come to maybe a general meeting. I don't know. I'll
Well,
reach
can
out.
somebody reach out?
Yeah, I'll
and
reach
do
out to
that
him.
because we want to do that, because one of our things we were trying to do is to put together a, let's see, to do that. So now, I want to start talking about next year.
Sorry, guys.
Everybody should try, like Brenda has done, which institution you connected with, try to get a date for next year. When they're coming, let's do it right now.
Do it early.
We want to do it early, okay?
You can put me down for the library.
So I don't know what's gonna happen in terms of biannual conference next year, so they have not talking about it. But the other two things we are trying to do is the music and art summit planning and the sports summit planning. Can you guys think about it and bring possible dates?
For the music?
Yeah, music and art summit. At the town hall, I spoke to the president of MacGyver's,
Mm-hmm.
and he referred me to somebody that was there that gave me his card.
Yes.
And I
Mr.
told her, I want to set up a meeting. MacGyver should be in this community a lot more. I feel they're not.
Mm-hmm.
To meet with the chair of the art department,
He was
so
there.
we could plan it and have it at the college.
Well, that would be great
He
to
was
have
at
it
the
at the
town
college.
hall.
Yeah,
And
that's
I think it would be amazing if we introduced or highlighted young artists or artists from our community.
So,
Yeah.
I
lot of
agree,
them.
before we went into the thing, let's put together the idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to put a framework for them, for us to start from. Then we're gonna request meeting, so we could plan it.
So you
But
want,
what I want you for you guys is to think, when can we have it? Let's start at least with the date.
well,
So back to Megan Evers' contact, so he was there at the town hall.
Who?
Megan Evers.
Arts and Rec, director.
I thought he was a public relation person for Medgar Evers.
No, that, he was there too, but
Oh,
the person-
the art director of?
Yeah, he-
Oh, I didn't know. If I
He
know
was
that, I
the
would have
alpha.
speak to him directly
he
too.
was one of the alphas.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
Oh,
because I remember meeting him at their AACLO event a couple of
wow,
Fridays ago.
well, let's see if we could get in contact with
I
him.
have this information.
You have it, so please share
He
and
came
then
to the town
we'll.
hall. so I have
Okay,
this
we'll do
information.
that, yes, absolutely. Oh, you're such a resource, absolutely. The sports summit is Coach Omari, that he's been so busy.
Yes, he's.
And then what I'm suggesting, I'm hoping to attend the soccer game at the, what is, I think, the ISO
Soccer Fest.
16.
Soccer Fest?
This Saturday.
Yeah, that's this
16.
Saturday.
That's this Saturday?
Yes,
Yeah.
the 16th,
The 16.
So it's this Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna make my business to be there,
yes.
so we can, between this, so we could really flesh it out, start
and
timing.
it's gonna be.
Did
at the-
everybody get the flyer? Did everybody see the flyer?
I didn't get the flyer.
Yeah, the flyer,
Yeah,
I
have that
saw
flyer.
it.
Okay,
I don't-
you don't,
I saw it on the e-blast, I saw it
okay,
on the
it was,
e-blast.
I mean, that it
You
was
want to-
altered
flyer
in the
all over
email,
the
that's
place.
an actual email, the
Okay.
flyer, but
Alright,
it gives
So-
the general information.
same thing again, let's think right now of the dates.
Yeah.
For the
That's
sports
our
summit.
standard for the sports summit.
For next year?
Yeah, we are next year.
Well,
We only have one more.
September starts out next year.
We only have one more meeting left.
I don't.
So we gotta keep fixing
For the
next year.
sports summit, I would do like in July.
But usually we close in July.
Right.
So you have July and August.
Uh,
And I think it will be before July, So by the time summer rolls around, all the activities from that Port Summit will be underway because we want to find out what's happening at each park sports-wise.
Right. Can I ask a question about this sports summit?
Mhm.
What do you want a visitor to walk away with? Is this a summit to highlight one particular sport
No.
or sports as
All the sports.
Yeah.
So what
With the,
would this
po-
summit
with the
supposed to look like?
possibility of creating
Yeah.
parks,
Okay.
collaboration, and even championships.
So when the
All the sports.
okay, so
It could be basketball, soccer, so you name it, whatever.
all right. So why not think of think about back to school event. And particularly one from the district. When Superintendent Lindsay does her back to school event for the district, she had all of the schools in the district come to one location and table up and present, and then the public comes and circulate all in one place. Maybe that's something we can do for sports.
Well, that
Have-
was, so,
Just to
Coach
wait,
Omari
let me
gave go ahead.
just to have like sports or basketball or football, whatever teams that's in our area that serves our area, come and table up and present whatever they, and make it like
Right,
a festive day, like a
Right.
park thing.
because each park have their own little group that organize stuff.
Right.
Jackie Robinson have their own group that does stuff.
I thought it was.
PS990 have their own group that
It's not
does stuff.
community board based?
Wingate,
Oh, I got it all wrong then, cause I thought Community 9 was playing Community 8 and
no,
we
no,
would
there's,
just have.
there's that too.
Oh.
There's both.
Don't have me out here, Nicholas.
Oh, there are because
No, but with the
Coach
community board
Shomari, that's the one that's what I was talking about.
Okay,
Before we even get to there,
Right.
let's do
what we have in community
Our
board
own.
9.
also
So
like
we-
battle of the soccer teams or basketball teams
It
within
could be community
that
board
would be
9.
hot.
That's what I'm saying.
I want a t-shirt.
Okay.
Yes.
Because Zalomai does a lot of stuff at Wingate Park.
Yeah.
So I spoke to Portia Edwards. I said, I want to come up. So we want to come and bring them in. So we don't want to do things on our own, but we're going to get everybody integrated.
But one thing I really want us to think about and follow through on, we're talking about next year, right? Everybody who we invite to come here and present, right? I think we should try to hold them to come into the resource fair.
Oh, yeah,
No, to get a commitment from them. If they come and they present in, let's say in January, right? Right? We try to open like communication.
It's a nice question.
So, we could have them at the resource fair because we would run into, let's say the guy from PPZ, Prospect Park Zoo, the Prospect Park Alliance, whoever come, the parks in Brooklyn, right? But
Yes,
at
because
the
you can
end,
invite them now
Right.
because they're resource fair at the same time every year.
right, so when they come to present here, right, we hold them there, tell them,
They
listen,
have a year to prepare.
you have a year to prepare,
Right.
it's always the
It's
Saturday
just a table.
after Memorial Day, and let's do this, so,
That's a great idea. I like it.
because, and not only that, because
Okay.
the whole community will be exposed to what we see.
I think we should also have a cook-off.
The food fair, I remember when I was in high school.
Something
Yes.
before we
You know what?
continue to ask.
Let's get this done.
Something.
Guys, is always, let's go ahead and finish. So, because we're losing people,
I'm not cooking.
we're losing people.
No, no.
Well,
Look at the time.
you make the right segue. I was gonna talk about the community resource fair. What I
Okay, I'll
wanna
make
try
the
to
stuff
do,
then.
since I didn't know I was gonna be there, I'm gonna get the office to blow up the map that
Right.
we did for community board, naturally all the parks and all the other stuff. I want you also guys come for a date for our park wall,
Right?
where we visit all the parks.
You talking
Come-
about next year?
Yes,
Oh,
because we did one in the beginning there and sometime we're hoping we're gonna at the end, okay? Whether the parks department come or not,
Not yet.
doesn't matter,
We have
we're
to
gonna
do it.
do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and
Elections are coming up too.
the last thing was a mural project for CB9, there's an organization that joined CB9. I gotta speak to Dante about that because 3 years ago we started to do a mural project that never went there. I was working in PFGR. They could not do it. They were referring to different things. So this is something also we probably will talk about. And I think that's what I have left. I don't know if anybody else has anything.
The election, can we go,
Yeah, go ahead.
can we go back to scheduling the dates for the summits? We just kind of touched on them. So for the art and music and art summit planning, what month are you?
I'm asking you guys to bring me a date. I was thinking, let's do this.
April? That's what I was thinking.
All right, let's put it.
Okay. And for sports, for the sports summit,
It could be September, a kickoff. Well, it wouldn't be this September, it's not enough time. Or it could be maybe, May or June of next.
Yeah.
No, that May would be too late.
Yeah, for the sports summit, I have to May.
May?
Because our last meeting
I
is
would say we could try to do it in March.
March.
Right, because even,
indoor something.
it's indoor, even in
But that's
February,
winter.
because what
Right.
we're doing, we're bringing a lot of people to sit together and talk.
Yeah.
I think we should be done in the winter, so
For
we
the
could
sports
plan
summit?
for the summer, yes.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Do it in the winter so we could plan for the
So
summer,
let's say February.
yeah, February, or even January, whichever one.
Okay, so I'm crossing out March.
Yeah.
January.
In March,
Of course, that-
most likely, I already made a suggestion for the Parks Conference to be in March, they like a March.
Conference?
Might be in March, right.
On the Hawks conference.
Right, that one was the last Saturday in March.
Is that the mural?
Guys, let me
part?
watch your sheet.
No, not the new project.
Oh,
The whole project is something we have to talk some more about, because it does involve, the way we're envisioning it, it has to involve the schools. So- Can you update us on what happened to the youth and committee? Since Sol left, is there any updates? Is there a new chair? Is there anything else?
Don't forget, we have to make that motion, it's not enough of us here today
for
to make
absence.
that
What is it,
motion
how many of
about
us
the
in there?
absence or whatever.
Oh, no,
Of course,
actually,
it ain't
with
just
10
what, we
people,
have
so we
enough.
thought, we just lost, so we
Yeah.
needed 6,
We need
yeah.
6,
We
yeah.
needed 6,
So, yeah,
1, 2, 3. You have 6.
yeah. Well, she's part of the committee too. So we 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make the motion
Let's make the
that
motion.
attendance shall be, what is it, the
Online,
online, the virtual
Oh,
attendance
So
shall
you want
count.
a resolution for, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to put together a resolution to do that, and then I'll put it at the next executive board meeting, and then, and for the general board meeting.
and Brenda raised a great point, right? To buttress that argument, right, is that we met during the pandemic, right? Virtually.
Virtual.
But the reason is that they are suspended.
Yeah, you know, I,
The law,
understand
to
that.
run,
We
now they
understand
took
that.
it back.
It
No,
doesn't
we
matter.
We understand that.
Time has
But-
moved on.
Right.
Listen, you know what I mean?
We have to evolve.
Right.
Yes.
This is a, electronic society,
Yeah, we have to evolve. Yeah, let's put on a motion.
And all winter
Put that for me for the
coming to
minutes.
this building, to this place.
Well, and
all
the minutes
winter long.
at next
It's
week,
not a prospect. I look
when the
forward to
executive
it.
board meeting, I said, I have a resolution, and I'm gonna put it up.
Right, yeah.
That's what we said, right?
so let me ask you, have you considered running for chair?
No.
Oh, okay.
The most I would do would be vice chair. First or second vice chair, that's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
So you
I'm
told
gonna
me
tell you why I'm not doing it, it's family, because I don't have
the time, right, yeah.
I mean, family don't think I'm spending too much time doing this.
Right.
Okay.
No, fair enough.
So that's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you
I'm considering vice chair,
this.
but definitely I want to go back to be, if not definitely, still a member at large. So I could be part of the executive committee. But I'm thinking about vice chair.
So what is the role of, member at large?
It's not defined, very well defined. I try to make the position as I see. When I first got elected, I went and attended every committee meeting. And one of the things I want to do next year is to define that role.
Well, then you're locked down.
Sounds like
I need also, this require a bylaw change. And also, I would like to have every member of that executive committee must be either a chair or a vice chair of the committee. That way, because the problem we used to have, those meetings was taking forever. So if you have a person playing two roles, it's already there already. So they could make the report very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a proposition that would be a bylaw change to define clearly what's the role of the
Member at large.
member at large
How
is.
challenging will it be
and-
to change the bylaw?
Right, so we gotta put a bylaw change, okay?
Change our guard.
So my question to you is, in terms of this chairman of this committee, are you term limited?
Or, actually, right now, I am.
Okay.
All of us that are board members are term limited now. I think next year will be my last year.
Okay.
Then if I could, then I'm gonna become a regular person, and I can reapply again to come back.
Okay.
Can I also suggest adding a committee to what the existing
Yeah.
grievance committee? Because I think,
What do you mean by
You
events?
you saying that, you know, you made it, you made it, one of your intentions was to visit all of the committees at least. And with the experience that I've had the last 2 years on the committee I felt, I'm gonna speak for my committee right now.
Right, okay.
I'm not the chairman, but I'm gonna speak for my
Speak
committee.
about it.
I felt isolated, alone, like no one was paying attention to what we were experiencing.
Mhm.
And it took me being me for that door to crack.
Okay.
And if you know me, you know my mother. and there is no bullying me, put it like that. If you want an enemy out of me, I'm gonna make sure you regret it. That's it. But we have been going through a lot that the executive board either ignored or that's definitely did not even know
Okay.
until I chose to make it a public conversation.
Right.
I think a lot of the issues that we've had could have been avoided if a grievance committee
Exists.
exists.
Okay.
Because that would have people in the conversation at the meetings or reaching out to committee members to get your side of the story and
Right.
have input in the decisions.
Right.
It was tumultuous, but we got through it because majority of us were in the committee for the same reasons, which was our community. That's why we were able to successfully have the events we had.
Can I ask you one question? When you say grievance committee, what do you mean? I'm not quite clear.
Meaning,
If
if
there's
there's
conflict.
If there's a conflict, so
It
are
comes
you
to the-
talking about a conflict resolution situation?
No.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to get it clear.
I
Because
mean, if
I used to
there's
be a union rep. When we say grievance, what I think about is that a grievance is a violation of the rule or the procedure
yeah,
or the rule, the bylaw, the procedure of the
Yeah.
rule of an agency.
yep.
This is an agency.
So,
This is a New York City agency.
Yep.
Okay. So now, if there's, these people are unionized. If, let's say, somebody is not treating them right, then they could go to their chapter leader, to their representative, and say, hey, the bylaws or the contract has been affected. But what you are saying, what happened in the committee was it a conflict or was it a violation of the rule?
it was both. It was everything. What
Okay.
I'm saying is, if a grievance committee exists, if there is an issue within the committee, regardless if it's a resident member or a board member,
Right.
there is a committee that person can go to and say, if it gotta be in writing, if it
Yeah,
gotta be in
exactly.
writing,
Okay.
we said, look, we need somebody from the grievance committee to get involved in this incident
address this issue,
conversation.
To address the issue.
So that it's addressed and resolved
Right
and
there.
it's also documented.
Right.
So
Right.
with that said, that also will check people who are in their roles as chair or board, whatever.
Right.
It will humble them and make sure that things are
But we
being
also have
ran.
to
No, but
define those
then,
rules now.
Yeah, well, I think the bylaws are clear. I
Mhm.
think the bylaws is ABC
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Folks take it upon themselves to do what they want.
So you're saying, based on what you know of the bylaws, you've read the bylaws.
Yes, I have.
So you see there was a violation of that bylaws.
After the
Before,
violations
whenever,
were made,
yeah.
I wasn't even aware violations were even being
No,
made.
no, no, I understand, but once there's a violation, whether it's after. From the way I'm looking at it,
Okay, I just say good night.
that is the role of
Good night.
Yeah,
the executive committee. If a violation of the bylaw is made, that should be brought to the executive committee to listen to it, to discuss it, and seek a resolution. But I agree with you, we can create a body like that to
There
take
was
care
so
of that instead of just the executive committee that
Yeah.
can do that. But is there anything in the bylaw that says there's a grievance committee?
and I think there's, depending on if that's what the community board wants.
No, no, but I'm saying, if
I was
not,
inquiring about a veterans committee. It's if the community wants one.
right.
One
The
to
friend
be
been
created.
talking about it, but what I'm saying, the grievance committee you're talking about, did you find that there's an existence for such kind in the back? Because if
Yes.
it's not, there is one.
Well,
I've read the Bible a
you know
long
what?
time.
Like
I don't
everybody
know.
reads the Bible differently, so
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just going to leave it at that. But I felt okay,
Tell-
that's a possibility. Then why don't we look
So
into
why
that
don't we
as
do
a-
that?
As a way.
I'm taking upon myself. Let's you and I go to the bylaw and
Okay.
see if it's already there.
Okay.
And then.
Because I was having questions about the
Guy,
Bible.
me being on the executive committee should be able to bring it up. You and I should sit down and go through the whole thing. Make sure we understand what's in the bylaw, what's not. If it's not in the bylaw, we have to put it in.
Right.
Okay?
But I shouldn't be showing something that's been known since before me. I've only been here 2 years,
Yeah, I understand.
right?
Mhm.
And from this, especially this past season, this past year, all the stuff that's been coming out that, oh, this is wrong, this is not, this is against what was agreed on, like this person's supposed to, that person's not supposed to. And I'm sitting there like, but huh?
You're
But wait a
assuming
minute.
that people know things that they don't necessarily
No. I know what you tell me.
No,
Now, if what you tell me is
taking
true or
You're
not,
making a big assumption. Okay, you heard me, right? Okay.
right? But
Okay.
but I can't. I'm gonna. If I meet you first, you got a grade A with me. And if you want to get an F, you gotta earn it. That's how I
Right,
am.
right.
So I'm not
Yes.
gonna doubt what you're telling me when I don't have a reason to.
Just give everybody the benefit
Right.
of the doubt.
Right, but
You
when
can,
I'm
you can give everybody the benefit of the doubt. That doesn't mean that they've read the bylaws. It just means that maybe they're a good person. You understand what I'm saying? So,
well, there's a lot of issues
There's
that happen.
different
That shit
things.
that's happened,
yeah.
What?
and a lot of people suffered from those issues, from those decisions. And I'm speaking from firsthand because I suffered a lot. And it was witnessed and experienced, and I don't feel it was addressed properly, and it definitely wasn't resolved.
Let me ask you, I'm gonna ask you a favor. Is there any way, I'm asking for me, you could give me a chronology of everything that happened in writing?
Honey, that's already existed.
Can you
That
share it
already
with me?
existed.
Please, let's share that with me and then we could go from there. But we're
Last
gonna
year
check-
and this year?
Last year and this year, I want the
I
whole
put
thing.
things in writing.
Yeah, I want the whole thing. I want the whole package.
Yes,
I want the
I
whole package. And then from there, I can move
That's
on.
what you call
I'm-
documentation.
Documentation. Look, I used to be a grievance what? I document everything.
Yeah. 17
So-
years in corporate America.
Alright, so we are adjourning this meeting at 8:55. Thank you everyone for coming. And
Good night.
I'll see you guys soon. Try to make to those general board meeting and the executive committee if you can. I know it's a lot of us.
Okay, thank you, people.
We didn't have a youth.
Meeting adjourned 8:56.
Yeah, meeting again at 8:56.
We didn't have a youth meeting this past Tuesday.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Right, we weren't told.
We are now adjourned. I had a hard time
Alright.
sharing. I don't know what happened. I have
Oh,
to
I
figure
made
out
you
the life.
host.
You made me a host for some reason. where it's running on the, not on the app, but on the, it's running on the internet.
On the browser and not
On the browser.
Not the app.
That's right, okay.
Oh.
Okay, but next time we'll make it work. Okay,
Okay.
now, need your help.
That's pretty. Oh,
The
Yeah, I'm thinking
videos, the videos, okay. Can you help
Well, I
me
wanna
share it
be-
with you? I could get them, all of them to you now, so that's why I wanted to come and see you.
but we didn't have our youth meeting. We didn't know.
So what happened at the youth meeting?
So
No?
who's the chair?
We don't have. We
There's
don't
no
know.
chair, chair resigned.
Who is the co-chair?
Hey, good question.
You got a question about it?
Great question.
I found out all this stuff when I showed up at the town hall, I saw everything was upside
You saw
down.
how when you was questioning, asking me, and you saw how shocked I was.
I
at your
know,
answers?
I know.
Because I was very shocked that you didn't know.
I didn't know.
And you were asking me questions like, you should already know this.
No! Believe
Well,
me.
like she said, don't assume somebody knows.
Yeah.
But I would assume that you had a co-chair.
We did have a co-chair apparently, because I'm not a board member, I'm not the vice chair, even though I was voted
No.
for by the entire.
You could not be, okay.
I wasn't told that though.
Yeah.
And I was the vice chair twice.
And you were not even.
And
a
no
board
one
member.
told, no one said
That
that
you-
I couldn't be the vice chair because I wasn't an official board member.
member.
But yet, we sat here and voted for me to be a vice president.
So these people didn't know what the hell.
No,
they were doing.
not, look, y'all need
Oh,
to
you
stop
didn't do
giving
that,
I think
credit
that's
to folks
I don't
that
think
don't
they do.
deserve.
I don't think they knew. Who would want to make such a
Oh, yes, she
mistake?
did.
Yes?
Ah.
Oh, yes. Y'all need to stop giving people credit like they good people when they're not.
Listen, I was coming to this committee for, I don't know, before I was a board member, I didn't know you had to apply to be a board member. I thought attending
Until Linda
here,
told me.
maybe,
Linda was like, Linda
so
was
this
like
is why
that.
I'm saying, if I didn't know, maybe it's possible other people didn't know. And I was coming here,
And I didn't know either, but when you ask the question and somebody say, yeah, sure, Billy, you can, and then the whole room vote for Billy to be the vice president, and then all of a sudden, you're not vice president. As in, wait, honey, let's go back to the tape. Let's roll it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Now we know where we at.
Wow.
So,
We've been going through some things.
yeah. Okay.
so you play a role of the vice. It sounds like
It
you
was
play
a
a role of the vice.
combination
I have
chair.
been anyway.
Education, youth, and library.
Yes.
My favorite.
That's it. That's
So is this a video? This is official. This is official.
There's a bunch of videos there.
Oh, okay.
So if you
So
scroll
show me
it,
the
how do I
photos.
share everything with you?
So make an album first.
Show me. For some reason I couldn't figure out how to do that. So you want me to put everything in one album?
Yeah. Make
Okay.
an album.
You finish your homework?
Is this a Google's photos?
No?
No. This is Samsung. It's not. Yeah. Well, it's not Google. Well, everything is back up in Google. Yeah.
I think it's amazing that you do your homework. I can see my son just playing like, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home, mommy. I think it's amazing. You're so well behaved. And you
We
stick
got
on
no
task.
choice. What you mean?
Well, the other stuff I went and look at your bio. You have a big background
Yes, I
with filmmaking
Yes, I do.
and work.
Yes, I do.
And we are representing here.
I know.
Why?
Mhm.
One of the things I've been pushing for them is to get somebody, instead of just doing this thing there, get one or two of the people born with so we could have a camera person available for everything we're doing.
So one of my flaws is I don't big up myself. I don't throw my resume down people's throats.
Right. Mhm.
That's not something I do.
Right.
Right? But I'm not going to like beg you to get my, I'm gonna let you know I'm here to help, but I'm not gonna force it on you.
Mhm.
So when I mention, hey, I'm a producer.
Guys, can we get it done in like 10?
I think
Oh,
we're
no,
done.
no,
We
no,
already
no.
adjourned.
We're
We adjourned.
We're adjourned 10 minutes ago.
Oh, boy.
But when I offer and mention that I have means to do A, B, C, and D,
What I gotta say
and
after that?
my response, the response I receive is, okay, well, think about it, but don't want it from me.
Mhm.
What am I supposed to do with that? Beg you?
No.
No, I just removed the offer off the table.
So,
and leave it at
Billy,
that. That's it.
time is
Who they wanted
getting
it
up.
from?
When you,
Not me.
when
Not
you,
you. Anybody.
when you and I can meet, we get all these things done.
Okay, got you. Yeah. And that's what we're gonna do. That's a lot.
So I just wanna get everything for you.
Make it, open it in the
I
album.
gotta go drink some soup or something. I feel this headache and it. Headache.
Yeah, I know, let me
Oh,
see.
them kids, you send them to school and they sure do bring home
I
something.
could go back and
Those
say
cloths
create
right
an
here?
album. Let me
They
see.
bring everything back.
I'm like, whoa, hold on now.
But I gotta say though, I appreciate you showing up.
No,
And
they
just
want, when they sick, even the big ones,
dived
they
in
wanna
like,
see.
what do you need? What do you need, Billy? And I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's who I am. Like the 21 and a 19-year-old, not so much
I
the
was like,
21-year-old, but
Nicholas
the
is not
19-year-old. And he's the one always, I'm a man, let him get sick.
The babies are always babies, whether they know it or not.
Yeah, my 30 years old, I'm no longer a baby, I'm a grown woman. Okay.
Yeah, like your
Mom,
mama,
that's
man.
what I be having to remind my daughter, you know you grown, right? I don't gotta do nothing.
I'm a man.
I ain't got to do shit. That's what I told her. I ain't
All
got
the
to do
time, I be
Anything
telling
I do for you now is because I want to do it. You 30. I ain't got to do jack.
her. She's 34 and she's still like, Mom, can I come over and do laundry?
Who is that?
Listen,
Who's this? I
Keep
think we don't have a connection.
he comes in, he's like, oh, my clothes are dirty. I'm like,
Okay.
Why did you let me like, okay, I want to have a girls' night. I need you to come watch your brother. Oh, I'm busy. I'm out of town for the weekend.
you know what he said that? I told him I got him an internship, an apprenticeship. He said, but no, it will cut into my basketball time. I was like, listen, don't tell me about no basketball time. You need a job. He was like, what would you prefer, me to work or babysit? I was like, work.
So,
The
Billy,
children are my responsibility, not yours.
Yours get a job.
now, you said to create an album, right?
Yes, create the album.
I'm creating the album now,
Uh-huh.
okay? Let's put a title for it, CB9
Town hall.
Town Hall.
We had a great conversation. I'm glad. My goal was to make sure the panelists enjoyed
I
the
think you did a
conversation
great
when they'll
job.
come back. And that I succeeded.
So
in.
Major Owens wants to do another one, but they're trying to shut it down
Really? Around what subject? Around.
around the community and
So the town hall that I organized was for educators.
Right.
So it was
no,
about
this is community members.
Well, I'm
so it's
surprised you didn't have a
anyone.
video crew to do all that, since you have all that background.
Well, I didn't want it because I didn't want them there yet because of the stuff.
Oh,
I didn't
no,
think you
why
said-
not?
It was a lot of stuff going on.
Now I understand.
And like
But
even
what-
when you said, "Oh, why didn't you live stream?" and I'm like, "What made you think I did?" When it live streamed,
Alright.
and it didn't happen.
Well, and also I may want to put a resolution whenever any of these, because any event we're doing that the live stream is on, because
Yeah.
for the biennial conference,
Let's go.
I mean, a week or two, I make sure I had all the stuff to live stream it. Even the people at Post-Rock Alliance didn't think about that. So now, the only record they have of that is the YouTube video from CB9.
Well, I'm grateful that you.
Alright, so I'm gonna
recorded
create the album, and what do I do when I
and
I'll
then share the.
I'll put all the I'll put all the pictures and all the videos in there,
Mhm.
and then I'll share it.
The album. Yep.
Okay.
You can email it or send a link.
Yeah,
Knock it
most
down.
likely he's gonna send you a link.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be easier for you
Right.
to do it that way.
Okay.
There's
Dr.
a Stonewall
Ramsey.
Community Development Corporation at Major Owens. That sure is Major Owens' address.
So
Stonewall Community Development.
Oh, Good Shepherd was there too. They wanted to be on the panel.
yeah. So you and I gotta talk some more because of some of the stuff I'm learning in the community.
So who is our new chair?
for
I mean, for the last month.
for
For the youth committee.
it's gonna remain vacant because everything stops.
Okay.
after.
We don't have any other event after this one. We
The only event left is the community fair,
Exactly.
resource fair.
And we didn't get to meet on Tuesday to discuss that.
So,
Well, we have our
If-
own group chat anyway that we still.
I thought they started, I used to be because
That's
your
the one, that's the one that's so creative.
she's the one who created, but she
Well,
started.
we created another.
You can, well, put me in there because I used to be my own.
This is live.
Yeah.
This is still on.
Right.